All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chakudash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And just wanted to do a quick video on the article I came across and bring out some scriptures and out of one eyes edifying, all right, unto the elect. Okay, and without further ado, let me just go ahead and share the screen and get into this article here. Okay, there you go. So this is on RT News. Okay, and this is published today at 12 damn near midnight. Was edited at 8 o'clock around this morning, and it's entitled "U.S. warns against attacking its troops after Assad says they'll leave Syria one way or another." All right, so here it is that you still have America, all right, in Syria for some unknown reason, when in all reality they should be out of there by now, because as Trump said a while back that they were going to withdraw the troops, but here it is, they still in there. And after they made that, Trump made that statement of removing the troops, they continued to remain in there, and they were shooting missiles. All right, that the barrage of missiles that they shot on Syria was after the fact that he said that they were going to get remove the troops, start withdrawing them from Syria. All right, let me make sure this video is working. After the fact that he said, kind of, so you know, this is just another hypocritical statement from the good old boy Esau. All right, the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, Esau, Edom, the deceiving bastard of the earth. All right, the vagabond. All right, but let's go ahead and read this. It's not too long. Okay. All right. It says U.S. troops are not leaving Syria, and any attempt to remove them by force will be met with an armed response. A top Pentagon official said, reacted to Syrian President Bashar Assad's RT interview. All right, so the pride of this devil has him stationed in here in Syria when it's not even his land. And then the audacity of this devil, he said that if you try to remove us, you know, it's going to be met with armed forces, man. So here it is, Syria and Russia, with the help of Russia, is trying to eradicate this so-called ISIS problem. But here it is that America refuses to leave, even though they're not helping. They're actually helping the ISIS. All right, the ISIS is nothing more than American-made boogeyman. Okay, that's all it is. Just like Al Qaeda, okay, and so on. All right, let's just keep reading though. It says any interested party in Syria should understand that attacking U.S. forces or our coalition partners will be bad policy. Director of Joint Staff Lieutenant General Kenneth McKenzie said at the Pentagon press briefing on Thursday. Okay, so what they're saying is that if anybody tries to fuck with the U.S. military over there stationed there, or the coalition partners, which is the SDF, all right, that it's gonna be there's gonna be retaliation for it. But hold up, this is not even your land. First of all, what the hell are you doing over there? Okay. Over 2,000 U.S. troops in Syria are embedded with SDF in the northeast, as well as in the enclave of At-Tanf in the south, along the Jordanian border. McKenzie said the U.S. troops and their local militia allies were staying in Tanf, quashing rumors of their impeding withdrawal. All right, so this guy's a blatant liar, and he doesn't. And you people still have faith in this. You people still believe everything so-called white man tells you, man. He showed countless times, over and over, day by day, that he's a damn devil, and the word devil just means deceiver. Okay, but you people still believe everything he says, man. Well, the Lord's gonna destroy you right along with Esau, man. All right, we are there. Nothing has changed, he said. The maintenance of that deconfliction zone is important, and we would view very gravely any actions that tended to change that. Well, what Syria is trying to accomplish is to get you damn devils out of there, along with the militia groups that are fighting against the established government in Syria. Okay, but here it is that America just wants regime change. They want Bashar Assad out of there, and they want to set up their own puppet leader, just like they did in Libya, just like they did in Iraq, and so on. All right, look what they did in Afghanistan, for Christ's sake. Okay, unlike the Russian military mission, which was invited by the Syrian government in 2015, the U.S. presence in Syria is not sanctioned under international law. So America doesn't care about international law, man. They don't care what you say. They're gonna if they feel the need to come invade your country, guess what? They will, and that goes to prove that this is Babylon the Great. All right, this is that whore that rideth upon the beast. Okay, it's not the Catholic, or what is it? The Vatican City is not invading people. All right, they're not setting up embassies in people, other people's countries. They're not sending bombs. All right, dropping bombs on innocent people. Okay, it's America. Both the Obama and the Trump administrations have argued that the U.S.-led coalition against Islamic State, IS, formerly ISIS/ISIL in Iraq and Syria, is legal under the congressional authorization to use military force against Al-Qaeda dating back to 2001. So what are they saying? In plain words, they're saying that Al-Qaeda is ISIS, okay? They just changed the name on you idiots, man. But wait a minute. In 2001, wasn't it? Didn't they invade Iraq? Oh, no, they invaded Iraq later on, talking about the nuclear weapons of mass destruction, and there was never any weapons of mass destruction found. And look at the state of Iraq now. And now they're saying, oh, it is Islamic State of ISIS stood for Islamic State, Iraq, and Syria. Okay, but that's a bunch of horse manure. All right, because what they show on the news is nothing but to condition you people to be okay with the slaughter that they're gonna go commit, with the atrocities that they're gonna go over there and do. And the soldiers have repeatedly said what they do out there, man. They're out there killing little kids, raping women, all right, pillaging villages. But you American people wholeheartedly salute these military men, and they're nothing but terrorists. They're the real terrorists on the earth, man. However, or back in it says, however, the U.S. at one point ended up effectively allied with Al-Qaeda's affiliate in Syria, Jabhat al-Nusra. President Assad told RT after it became clear that Nusra was an Al-Qaeda offshoot rather than a moderate rebels, the U.S. established the SDF. Assad said so to cover their own tracks, because Assad and his his regime caught on to the U.S. that they were dealing with Al-Qaeda affiliates, man. And then they made this SDF to make it so they can make it justifiable. Okay. After each Syrian military victory or successful reconciliation effort, the U.S. and its partners attempted to counteract these gains by supporting more terrorism, bringing more terrorists to Syria, or by hindering the political process, Assad said, blaming the U.S. for prolonging the 7-year war. All right, and that's what Americans want. They want to destabilize the region and bring more chaos so they can be justified in going in there and bringing even more chaos and then setting up their own puppet leader. Okay, that's all it's about. It's a game to these people. All right, Damascus is willing to negotiate with the SDF as it regards the Kurdish-led militias as fellow Syrians who love their country. We all don't trust the Americans. See, so these people over there in the Middle East, they don't like you people. They don't like you Americans, man. They despise you. So the one option is to live with each other as Syrians, Assad said. Every attempt would be made to negotiate with SDF, he told RT, but if it negotiations fail, the Syrian army will be forced to liberate areas occupied by the SDF with the Americans or without the Americans. And why is this dude Bashar Assad blatantly stating these? All right, he's boldly saying this to America. He said we're gonna be forced to go in there and liberate those SDF occupied areas with or without the help of America, because who's back in Syria? It's the bear, it's Russia, all right, Gog and Magog, and that's what is going to lead to this World War III, man. Ultimately, all right, and Iran's a ally of Syria as well, and so is China. Okay, so this is just the Most High setting up that chessboard for that ultimate move, all right. While U.S. President Donald Trump has floated the idea of withdrawing American troops from Syria, multiple officials from the Pentagon and the State Department have said the U.S. troops are going nowhere and that terrorists liberated from ISIS by SDF will not be returned to the Syrian government unless Assad leaves power. See, that's the whole game. That's the end game that America wants. They want Assad out of there. All right. The Syrian president, however, believes he will outlast the Americans. This is our land. It's our right. It's our duty to liberate these areas, and the Americans should leave. Somehow they are going to leave. They came to Iraq with no legal basis, and look what happened to them. They have to learn their lesson. So, you know, the world, the nations are putting their foot down against you damn devils, man. All right. And let's get into the scriptures now, man. All right. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised, because everybody hates you people, man. Let's read it again. All right. Mainly you American Edomites. Okay. You're the forefront of the epitome of Esau. Okay. Here it is. We all don't trust the Americans. They hate you people, man. Okay. Verse 3, Obadiah 3, verse 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So that's why they refuse to leave, because the pride of their heart has deceived them, and in their heart they feel like no one can take them down. Okay, let's see here. Let's see some of the pride of their heart here. A quote from a devil himself. Okay, where to say? Here it is, by a quote from Director of Joint Staff Lieutenant General Kenneth McKenzie. He said, any interested party in Syria should understand that attacking U.S. forces or our coalition partners will be a bad policy. The maintenance of that deconfliction zone is important, and we would view very gravely any actions that tended to change that. So what they're saying is they're not going nowhere, because they feel that they're the police officers of the world, apparently, and that they feel the need to go into everybody's business when they can't even handle their own business. How you trying to deal with other people's household when your household is out of order, man? Look at the condition of America. Look at the state of the people here in America. Some of the dumbest people on the planet live here in America, man. The stupidest people on the planet are right here in the good old shores of America, man. Okay, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So the Lord's going to bring you down, you prideful ass devils down, man. You can keep playing games and going around like you trying to be the most high, all right, trying to rule every nation, all right. But that's because the Lord gave the world over to the wicked, all right. The Lord gave, you know what? Let me just get it. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know. So that's why they feel in their hearts that they can do whatever they want on the planet and not be held accountable for anything. But the Lord is finna bring your charges up to you, okay? He's been letting you go for too long now, and your charges, your rap sheet is undeniable, all right? And it goes and goes. It never ends. All right, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? All right, so the point is that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and it's clear because he covered the face of the judges, which would be first and foremost Yahweh Shem Shai, and they changed all the images of who the Israelites really are. Okay, but what? The Lord is going to bring them down. He set them up, and he's going to bring them down too. The scriptures say the Lord setteth up, and he bring it down whomever he wants. You know, roughly paraphrasing. All right. Let me jump down to verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. All right. So ultimately, all these nations are going to come up against Esau, and even Esau is going to come up against Esau. Man, it's going to be all out chaos against Esau. All right. Nobody likes you, especially, like, once again, I said, the worst Edomites are right here in America, man. The proudest devils. All right. They're here in Babylon the Great. All right. The king of Babylon himself is the Edomite. All right. So all these nations that you think you've been cool with, they're all going to kick you in the ass in that day. All right. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them. All right. So the Lord is going to use the people that you thought were cool with you to bring you down, man. That's right along with your own people. Edomite on Edomite crime. All right. Let's see here. Habakkuk. Let me go to Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, He is a proud man. All right, so what? This so-called white man, he transgressed by wine by pushing out all his BS philosophies and his BS democracy. All right, his wickedness. He goes around the world trying to police it, pushing out this democracy, which is nothing but a bunch of crap. So they can go in there and set up a embassy, all right, and set up military bases on their homeland, all right, because they can't just stay in their land. Okay, no, they got to go and try to take everybody's land, all right. And it says he is a proud man, which is that's how we know it's talking about Esau. Neither keepeth at home. All right. And look, this dude's not even at home. He's out there in the Middle East, nowhere near America. Has nothing to do. They're not affecting the Syrian rebels. It's not affecting America, no way, shape, or form. But here it is. They have 2,000 foot soldiers and missiles and all that kind of stuff over there in the Syria. Okay, because he keepeth not at home, as the scripture said, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. So he just keep enlarging his shit, all right? But he's never satisfied, man. That's why he always wants more and more and more, all right? That's why he came over here to America. That's why he continues to go around the world reaping everyone's resources, man. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right. So what? He wants to have everyone under him. He wants to control everybody and anything. If he can't control it, then he throws some sanctions at you. Oh, they'll make up some lies. Oh, there's some terrorists out there, or their leader is butchering the people, poisoning them, whatever the case may be. Esau's a damn liar, man. All right. Okay, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against them? All right. And who are these? The other nations, all the nations, all the other peoples. And they taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. So these nations are saying, woe to this, death to America, man. You can find right now, go on Google and type in death chance, America death chance, and you're gonna find multiple videos, man. People in Iran chanting death to America, people in North Korea, people in Syria. Hell, you'll find people here in America saying that shit. All right. Verse 7, shall they not rise up sullenly that shall bite thee in a way that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because all these other nations are going to spoil thee. They're going to come here to the streets of America and utterly spoil the streets of America. They're going to take all your goods and they're going to bite you. All right. They're going to strike back. You've been playing with a snake too long, man. Okay. And that time is quickly approaching. All right. And we'll close out on this. This is second Ezra chapter 16. We'll just start at the top. Says, woe unto thee, Babylon, which is here in America and Asia, won't be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All right. These are the days we're living in, man. The Lord's about to destroy this place, man. How's he going to destroy? He's going to destroy with nuclear missiles, man. That these other nations that have been oppressed and suppressed, all right, by America, they're going to retaliate real soon because everybody's getting sick of it. Okay. Jump down to verse 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. What's that speaking about? That's talking about the ICBMs, all right, intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear warheads on them. All right, they're going to be shot from the ends of the earth, and most of them is going to hit here in America, but as well around the four corners of the earth. There's different places that are going to get hit by these missiles. All right, and those arrows are sharp and shall not miss, so they're going to hit their targets. Pursuant to Joel chapter 2, I believe, it says they shall not break their rank, man. Here it is. It says they shall not miss. So these nuclear missiles, once they take off, it's over with. All right, they're going to hit their targets and already consume that. All right, verse 14, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. All right, so once those missiles come, it's over. All right. And this is the time that we're approaching. The Lord is setting up the stage so that this nuclear destruction can take place, man. And he's doing it beautifully. Look at all the terrorists that is taking place, man. Everybody's is starting to say, fuck America, man. Even Canada, Mexico, all right, the EU. And that's biblical prophecy, man. I told you that the beast shall hate the whore concerning the EU and NATO. OK. And that time is quickly approaching, man. So now's the time to get right or get put to death, man. You want to escape this place spiritually. You want to escape Babylon. All right, escape this place, man. You don't want to be partaker of a sins, okay? You don't want to be partaker of the sins that's coming to this place. All right. You don't want to be partaker of the plagues that are coming to this place, man. Because this place is going down and it's going down quick, man. This is America's circling the drain right now. All of these nations are hating America more and more by the day, thanks to Donald J. Trump. All right. And with that, we'll walk like a ball. Shalom, Akim.